Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in real quick to our video. I of course want to introduce Carolina. For those who don't know, Carolina here in the office. Allstate has some changes with our billing, and so she's going to go over that here just in a couple minutes. But what I wanted to mention was that Allstate is offering a shelter-in-place payback again. COVID just continues to drag on and on and on. There's a lot of uncertainty in the future of whatnot. So if you did see a credit on your auto policy, that's what that's for. Everybody got it. And if you have any questions about that, of course, you can always call us, email us, and reach out. But I did want to let everybody know the good news that you are receiving on your auto policy, customers only, shelter-in-place payback rewards. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Carolina to go over some updates with Allstate and their billing.
Hi, so you've probably talked to me if you've ever called and asked about your bill, but recently Allstate got a little bit more strict on their cancellation notices. So that means that if you ever call to stop your payment and then you get that double bill, you're going to want to call it in at least a day before so that your payment will post by midnight, because if your payment is not received by midnight on the due date, it will cancel, you will lose coverage, and it will not reinstate until the day after your payment is received, which could leave you in a lapse of coverage. Before, you could put it in and then it would take maybe a day to process, we would reinstate without a lapse. That is no longer. If you have an accident and we have not received your payment, the policy would have canceled and you will not have coverage. That is very dangerous for a lot of us, especially in the winter. It's rainy, so just make sure that if you have a billing question, you call us, because we don't want you to have an exposure that is not necessary if you would have just called and asked or put that payment in right before it was due.
Yeah. So just again, if you're on auto pay and on easy pay, that doesn't apply to you. Everything's fine, everything's normal. There just, however, at times, sometimes the customer will call, they need to suspend a payment, they need a couple extra days. In the past, we had more of a grace period. If that's you, you just, again, need a call and have a conversation with Carolina or Alicia and just make sure you're really, really clear, because Allstate is bringing the hammer down. I'll spare you all the details, but basically Allstate's looking to cut costs and to save and to reinvest in more commercials and lower rates. So we're excited. We don't have all the details on that, but you will be seeing a lot more Allstate commercials. And like I said, they're just, with the billing, some of the things that we could do in the past we're not able to do. And with insurance, man, you go one day without coverage and you think you're covered, you could have an accident. We don't want that to happen. So in closing as well, the last thing I just wanted to mention is that we're working on getting a Christmas card out this year to everybody. And there's nothing more frustrating than getting the return mail because we don't have your correct address. So if you have moved recently and you're not quite sure if you've updated your address with us, please, like tonight, this week, because the cards hopefully are going to be going out here in a few days. And that would be great so that you get a Christmas card with me, my family, the staff, and everybody else. So thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one. Adios.